target that we're going after are people who are criminals who are also here illegally.
That's what DPS Commissioner Tim Tipton first told us about Operation Guardian last February when it first started. Since then, KOCO has also told you how June saw more deportation cases in Oklahoma than any month since records have been kept. Now, according to Syracuse University, that's 1,664 people. What are your thoughts on that?
Oklahoma Highway Patrol troopers and many of our sheriffs have done an excellent job with the 287G program. One of the reasons President Trump has endorsed me is because he knows I will fully support the work that these fine Oklahomans are doing with immigrations, customs, and enforcement. And he also knows I will do things like ban Sharia law.
Mike Mazie is referring to a broad term for Islamic religious and ethical principles, which can guide personal practices like prayer, charity, diet, and family life. It is not a separate legal system in the U.S., and it cannot override the Constitution or Oklahoma law. But to be fair, across the country, only about 1.6% of deportees are for criminal-based charges. Here in Oklahoma, it's a little bit higher, 5.2%. How do you feel that the majority of these deportations are happening with people not on criminal charges?
Well, when I was in the state Senate, we passed one of the first real checks in the nation against illegal immigration. But the Biden wave of illegal immigration created severe imbalances in our economy, depressed wages for Oklahoma workers, and certainly put a strain on resources.
But back to those numbers, how do you feel, families are being separated, thousands of families are being separated?
Well, I'm concerned about the legal United States citizens, the residents of Oklahoma who have to pay taxes and support core services and want us to have enough resources for good roads, enough law officers, access to health care, and they shouldn't have to bear the costs of illegal immigrants that Biden allowed into the country.
It's important to note, according to the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy, undocumented migrants in Oklahoma, an estimated 89,000, paid about $227.5 million in state and local taxes in 2022. Last month, we saw the highest number of deportation cases Oklahoma's ever seen.
Right. The ICE agents in Oklahoma are not hanging out at shopping malls and our educational schools. They're engaged with my office in breaking the back of organized crime. So when we go into a Chinese grow, where there are 25 individuals, most of whom are here illegally, we keep the ones we're prosecuting because they're management and ownership. And ICE is there to process and deport those here breaking the law and here illegally. And we are fifth in the nation in deportations, and I'm proud of that. So if you're breaking the law and you're here illegally, we're going to find you and we're going to deport you.
To be fair, though, only about 5.2% of those are based on criminal charges. Here in Oklahoma, across the country, it's 1.76%.
So be careful with your percentage. That 5.2, we're not deporting any of those. We're prosecuting them that are being charged. The ones that are not charged are the ones that are engaged in illegal crime here illegally.
But again, the people who are undocumented being deported for charges that aren't criminal, or maybe they're being deported for after their DACA or something. What would you say to those families?
I'm not doing any of that. We're busy chasing the bad guys and getting them out of our state. Now, to them in general, I would say there is an immigration process. Go through the immigration process.
In Oklahoma City, Chantal Navarro, KOCO 5 News.